Welcome to BK Collectables, where we dive deep into the world of coin collecting. Today, we're talking about obscure types of American coins, those denominations that most people have never seen or even heard of. While many collectors focus on pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters, the United States Mint has produced a variety of unusual coins throughout history. Some of these coins were experiments that never caught on, while others served an important purpose before being discontinued. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting, this video will introduce you to some fascinating coins that you might want to add to your collection. And if you love learning about rare and unusual American coins, be sure to subscribe to BK Collectables for more in-depth videos. Now let's get started. The first coin we're talking about today is the half-cent. Minted from 1793 to 1857, this was the lowest denomination coin ever produced by the United States. The idea behind the half-cent was simple. Back in the late 18th and early 19th centuries, a cent had significant purchasing power, and sometimes even a penny was too much for small transactions. The half-cent made sense for everyday purchases like newspapers, bread, or postage. These coins were made of pure copper and featured several different designs over the years, including the Liberty cap, draped bust, and classic head. Despite their usefulness, half-cents were never extremely popular, and as inflation reduced the need for such a small denomination, they were discontinued in 1857. Today, half-cents are an interesting piece of American coin history and a great addition to any collection. Next up, we have the 2-cent piece. This unusual denomination was minted from 1864 to 1873. The 2-cent piece was introduced during the Civil War when there was a shortage of small change. People were hoarding coins, and the government needed a solution. The 2-cent piece was made of copper and designed to help fill the gap. Its large size and distinctive look make it stand out among American coins. However, once the war ended and economic conditions stabilized, the demand for the 2-cent piece declined rapidly. By 1873, the denomination was discontinued. Today, 2-cent pieces are relatively affordable for collectors, especially in lower grades, and they offer a unique glimpse into Civil War-era coinage. Now, let's talk about one of the most short-lived coins in American history, the 20-cent piece. This coin was minted for only 4 years, from 1875 to 1878. The idea behind the 20-cent piece was to create a convenient denomination for use in the western United States, where small change was often scarce. However, the 20-cent piece had a major problem. It looked almost identical to the quarter. The obverse featured Lady Liberty, similar to the seated Liberty quarter, and the size difference between the two coins was minimal. Because of this confusion, the 20-cent piece was not well received by the public, and the government quickly decided to discontinue it. The majority of these coins were struck in 1875, with business strikes continuing into 1876. In 1877 and 1878, only proof versions were made for collectors. Today, 20-cent pieces are highly sought after, especially in higher grades, due to their rarity and unique history. Another interesting denomination is the 3-cent piece, which actually came in 2 different versions. The first was the 3-cent silver, minted from 1851 to 1873. This tiny coin was created to help facilitate the purchase of postage stamps, which at the time cost 3 cents. The 3-cent silver was the smallest silver coin ever minted by the United States, both in size and weight. Its unique design featured a 6-pointed star on the obverse and a Roman numeral Roman 3 on the reverse. Over time, as postal rates changed and small change became more available, demand for the 3-cent silver declined. The second version was the 3-cent nickel, which was introduced in 1865 and produced until 1889. Unlike its silver predecessor, the 3-cent nickel was made of a copper-nickel alloy. It was slightly larger and more durable than the silver version. The reason for introducing this coin was simple. After the Civil War, people were hoarding silver coins, making small change scarce. The 3-cent nickel provided a solution and circulated widely for many years. However, by the late 1880s, the nickel had largely replaced it, and in 1889 the denomination was discontinued. Today, both types of 3-cent pieces are fun and affordable coins to collect. One of the most famous yet unusual coins in American history is the half-dime. Despite its name, this was not a nickel. It was a small silver coin worth 5 cents. Half-dimes were first minted in 1794 and continued until 1873. The reason for their existence was simple. Back in the early days of American coinage, the 5-cent denomination was meant to be a small silver coin rather than a base metal nickel. Over the years, half-dimes went through several design changes, including the flowing hair, draped bust, capped bust, and seated liberty designs. However, by the 1860s, the cost of producing silver coins was rising, and the United States Mint introduced the 5-cent nickel as a replacement. By 1873, the half-dime was discontinued in favor of the nickel, which was cheaper to produce and easier to handle. Today, half-dimes are fascinating collectibles and an important part of early American coinage. Moving on, let's talk about the $1 gold piece, which was minted from 1849 to 1889. This was the smallest gold coin ever produced by the United States Mint, both in weight and diameter. The $1 gold piece came in 3 different designs over its 40-year history and was introduced as a way to make use of the vast amounts of gold discovered during the California gold rush. However, by the late 19th century, larger denominations like the $5 and $10 gold pieces were more practical, and the $1 gold piece was phased out. Today, these coins are highly sought after by collectors due to their gold content and historical significance. Finally, let's look at a coin that many people overlook, the $2 and 50-cent quarter eagle. While not as obscure as some of the other coins we've discussed, the quarter eagle is still an unusual denomination for most people. First minted in 1796, the quarter eagle was produced in various designs until 1929. It was a gold coin with a relatively low face value, making it accessible for everyday transactions. The most famous versions of the quarter eagle include the Indian head and Liberty head designs, both of which are highly collectible today. As you can see, American coinage history is filled with unique and obscure denominations that many people have never encountered. From the half-cent to the 2-cent piece, the 20-cent piece, the 3-cent pieces, the half-dime, and even experimental gold coins, the United States has produced a fascinating array of money throughout its history. Many of these coins were discontinued due to economic changes, production costs, or simply public confusion. However, they remain an important part of numismatic history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into obscure American coins, be sure to like this video and subscribe to BK Collectables for more coin-related content. Let me know in the comments which of these coins you'd love to add to your collection. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.